So this is kind of hard to believe and a little bit heartbreaking, but this is actually going to be the last weekly update that I do that has all 5 of our kittens in it. We have closed out our 11th week, which means the kittens are 12 weeks old, which means that some of them are now old enough to start getting adopted. And it's bittersweet. A lot of feelings. This week has been a lot, to say the least. I don't even know where to start. Actually, forgive my voice. That's where I'll start. I have really bad allergies right now. It's been a lot of ups and downs this week. We had taken Itty in to get some blood work done and to get vaccine boosters and just a general checkup, and we found out that she unfortunately has tested positive for FIV, which is feline immunodeficiency virus. This is relatively common in cats, and cats that have it can still live long, happy, healthy lives, but it means that she has a compromised immune system and will always be more susceptible to disease and sickness in general. So it was a little shocking and a little scary to get that diagnosis, but the more we've learned and the more we've talked about it to people, and I made a TikTok about it and have received just so much support and comments from all these people telling me about their cats or cats they know and love who have been FIV positive and who have lived well into their teens, and that has been very heartening. That's definitely kind of lessened our fear and our nervousness about that. Now, as for how that pertains to the kittens,
testing for this with kittens is a little bit complicated because if they test negative at this age, it's a definitive negative. But if they test positive, there is a chance that it's a false positive, and so they'll have to be retested at 6 months. And this complicates things a bit because if we have a kitten that tests positive, it doesn't necessarily mean they are positive, but we don't know that. And we want, of course, to adopt them well before they're 6 months old.
And we were concerned that it may impact people's willingness to adopt them. We, of course, informed our adopters, the people we have lined up. We wanted them to be informed and be able to make just their own decisions based on that. And we would, of course, totally understand if they wanted to back out of the adoption or if they had any reservations. But fortunately, 2 of our adopters were still completely on board. They understood the risks, they understood the extra care that would need to be taken, and they are just so excited to be moving forward with the adoption that they are not letting the possibility of the kittens testing positive hold them back, which has been really wonderful and has really reinforced our confidence in some of the people that we've chosen to adopt. So that's great. But yeah, it's definitely, it's been an emotional week. As I've talked about on TikTok, it is really hard to part from an animal who you've been with for months on end, all day, every day. But it's so exciting for these kittens to be starting the next chapter in their stories. And yeah, we've been doing a lot of work on our end to make sure that we are setting them up for both short and long-term health and success and safety by just adopting them to wonderful people. And we also have contracts that we've drawn up and are having the adopters sign that covers all sorts of things, from the basics like the cat will not be declawed, the cat will be given adequate water and food on a daily basis, etc., to the more long-term stuff, which is like, if the cat ever has to be surrendered for any reason, it may not be taken to a shelter, it must return to Jackson and I. I love that clause in particular because it just makes sure that if the cats ever need us, we will be there no matter what, which makes me feel good. Yeah, lots of feelings. It's been such a wild ride. I know everyone's super excited or absolutely dreading. Either way, totally understand finding out who is being adopted and who's staying with us. I'm actually going to be sharing the first bit of information about that on TikTok very shortly after I post this, so stay tuned. So let's talk about how everyone's been. Our beautiful, wonderful Miss Natia, in addition to testing positive for FIV this week, has also been revealed to be a pound cake thief. This girl, she loves carbs. We had a little bit of like an issue with her in Costa Rica stealing bread, of all things. We'd get up in the morning and a package of like just sandwich or toast bread would have been ripped open or pulled out of the garbage or whatnot. Turns out she's really fond of pound cake. She stole some of Jackson's sister's pound cake. I've never seen her move so fast ever. And actually the only time I've ever seen Natia hiss was when, I think it was either Nigel or Panko tried to steal the pound cake that Natia stole, and Natia was having none of that and just like hissed at them. It was so funny. Gandalf just has the absolute run of the house now. Zero fear whatsoever. If one of the other cats in the house hisses at her, she will just like look at them like yes and just continue on her merry way, or just stay there. She does not care. And she's so interested in everything. She's so curious. She has to know what's going on at all places, whether it's the washing machine or, you know, the toilets being flushed or whatever it is. It's hilarious. Gandalf also seems to be befriending Panko. We thought that they might be kind of kindred souls. They're very similar in that they're both a little bit of troublemakers. They're both very clever, very precocious, and Panko is really interested in watching what Gandalf does. And actually both of them, now that they've decided that the kittens aren't a threat, they love just like perching up on the arm of the couch or something, and they'll just watch them. Dave is stooping. He's so cute. I just love him. He's so cute. He's still being really timid. He just keeps poofing up into his little spooky croissant pretty easily, but gosh, he's just been absolutely adorable. He won't leave our side. He also, there's a big box in the living room that he'll keep trying to jump in, and he's a good jumper, but he's not the best jumper. He's working on it. Peeba has decided that he's a grown cat now, and he keeps, we've put the Nigel and Panko's food up on a ledge so that the kittens don't eat it, and Peeba will just hop up on there and eat it anyway. No regard for the rules. He likes the adult cat food. We're still trying to get him to eat the kitten food, but that is a bit hit or miss. Garbanzo was, if you remember, initially like the sweetest, most cooperative, most obedient, well, as obedient as a kitten can be, kitten. And I don't know if it's because he's the biggest or if he's developed a bit of an attitude. I have no idea. He's still just unbelievably sweet, but Garbanzo is definitely pushing his luck with his mom a little bit. He'll like intentionally antagonize Natia, and whether it's because of his size or what, Natia will just take him down. I have so many videos of her just being like, nope, and taking him down. So Scrungus continues to just be the prettiest, most perfect little thing. She's also taken to napping on the chairs around the dinner table, and I swear one of these days she's gonna get sat on, but it hasn't happened yet, so that's good. Everyone's doing great. The kittens are getting along really well with each other and with the other cats in the house. We are, of course, super sad to be seeing some of them go, but really excited for them to begin the next chapters in their stories, and it's gonna be an amazing, beautiful thing. We're gonna pop open a bottle of champagne for every kitten that gets adopted, and that's how we're gonna cope. But yeah, this has been such a worthwhile journey, and it's really gratifying to see these kittens end up with people who love them so very much. And we're also super excited to, we moved to Costa Rica with no cats. We came back with 6, now there are 8, and we're gonna have 3 of them long-term, forever. So yeah, life is good. It's great. If you want to stay up to date with our latest shenanigans, and announcements, and adoption news, you can check us out on TikTok at Indoor Outdoor Cat, same as here. And I'm also on, Natia is on Instagram at Natia the Cat. And yeah, it's been a crazy week, and it's just gonna get crazier. Yeah, I'll see you all soon.